Xbox. Today we are going to be talking about the Snes Mini. It has officially been announced. It's coming out this September and it's going to be about 21 games and it'll retail for $80 here in the US. Basically guys, the list of games that are on there are like the must-haves. You got your Super Mario World, you have Super Mario World 2, Yoshi's Island, was it just Mario Kart or was it Super Mario Kart? I think it was called Super... Anyway, the first Mario Kart. Earthbound, Link to the Past,
Donkey Kong Country.
Donkey Kong Country, which was surprising, or not surprising.
I don't know about that.
I remember that game.
I do too.
Yeah. But no, Donkey Kong Country, which, yes, Nintendo owns the Donkey Kong, that's their property, but Rare made that game. So to use that, you do have to like go to Microsoft/Rare and be like, hey, we want to, there's some licensing there, which Microsoft has at least Phil Spencer, head of Xbox, has said he's always open to working with Nintendo.
Well, they do have. Like,
apparently they did because the game's going to be on there. So
what now?
Apparently they did because the game's going to be on
there. And the big bombshell with this was Star Fox 2, which was never officially released. It was going to be for Super Nintendo, but then Nintendo, I guess, decided to scrap it because the 64 was about to come out, and then they focused on Star Fox 64.
Which will probably be on the 64 Classic Mini or whatever when it comes out.
Next year.
Next year.
I hope this is a yearly thing. Guys, if any of you guys want to chime in, your opinions or kind of thoughts on this or questions.
I hope they make enough units. Make enough units.
Yeah, don't repeat the failures of the NES
or
Classic.
The smashing successes of the NES Classic, depending on how you look at it.
Yeah, I mean,
you can say you sold out, but you made like 1,000 of them, so of course you sold out.
Maybe they should like have a poll or something on their website where people that expect to get it, and also a section, of course, where you pre-order it. That way they can have some kind of guesstimation of what to produce. How many to produce.
I think this is a marketing thing for them. I don't know if it's ever meant, if it was ever meant to be a money-making thing for them. I think it's always
just
been
like with women. They think, well, they want what they can't have, so it's more successful.
It's that, but it might also be a barometer for them to put their toe in the water and see, look, this demand is still there for these classic systems, and maybe that's just a build up to a full re-release of the full system at some point or something. I don't know. But it is kind of weird that they made such a successful thing, they sold out of it, and then they decided to move on to something else without trying to rake in as much cash from that as possible. That's exactly the opposite of what Sony would have done. I'll just say that.
I think they stumbled into it.
Yeah.
With the net. I don't think they expected it. They thought, because it was like,
lay off the booze then.
Yeah, last year they were in a weird spot. It was the Wii U clearly was dead, so they were kind of that was coming. They were how unprofessional.
Well, you did tell them to chime in. So.
yes, I did. No, but no, they were kind of winding down the Wii U. The Switch was right there on the horizon. Nice. The Switch was on the horizon. So that holiday season, they really didn't have much. So the NES Mini or the NES Classic was a cheap way of like, here's some, kind of...
Maybe they just let the janitor throw an idea out there, like in the board meeting. It was like you said, it was always planned to be a limited thing, and they just never thought it would be as popular as it was, but... It's kind of short.
And they cut the losses before anything could fail.
Yeah, maybe they just didn't have the production quantity ever in place in the first place. Maybe they'll learn from that mistake and make enough units.
I don't know, because before that was the fucking Amiibos.
The fuck's an Amiibo?
The little...
I know, I'm just...
You got two kids.
Yeah, you got two kids.
I didn't know until you guys explained it to me. Honestly.
Well, I mean, yeah, but essentially the Amiibos came out, they couldn't fucking keep them on the shelves. And they're like, okay,
whatever that means.
The fucking the NES Classic came out. They couldn't keep it on the shelf, and sometimes I wonder if it is a marketing ploy. Let's only put a few units out. Test the waters. Try to do a false sense of, oh, this is scarce. You got to get it now, which which
Nothing.
which was like what the original Wii it seemed, but then they made enough for everyone. So I'm hopeful. I hope they make enough. They make sure that I don't know if it was, I didn't see anywhere where it was officially announced, but from what I've read, the original NES Classic, the cords were too short.
Yeah,
So
like 3 feet. I mean, it wasn't very
It's
long.
just the 21st century. Why don't they just make it wireless?
Well, they made it in an attempt to just throw something out there, like you said. It's a trinket. It wasn't. Maybe they'll give it a little bit more serious attention on this next one.
They knew that
going to appeal to audiences of these days. They need to modernize things to where they can have a broader audience.
Gimmick though. It's not like it's
them their product.
Right, but it's not like it's a console that's built for longevity. It's like something you hook up on your spare TV so that grandma has something to do, or it's just like, it's not meant to replace anything. It's not meant to be good. It's meant to be a singular experience, something dedicated.
And also, I mean, Nintendo knows that they, like, when it comes to nostalgia, no one has more
nostalgia than an adult compared
than Nintendo is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
they knew that hey, people that grew up playing the original Nintendo, they're probably going to be interested
to it.
Yeah, loyal to it. They're probably going to go out and get it because it's going to look like the system they used to own as a kid, and it's going to be the controller that they used to play with. So they knew that demand was out there, but
then that explains the production.
But
because they probably just realized the limitations of something like that too. Like you have 30 games, and it's like, how can you keep somebody enraptured?
Keep profiting or making,
and I thought
more when kids these days they're like, that sucks.
Well, obviously,
back in my day, I used to walk to school in the snow.
And obviously though too was like, I thought this with the original Snes Mini when that was announced. I was like, cool, they're probably gonna do a virtual console, kind of like they did with the Wii, where you go on and you could shop and buy these other games. But clearly, Nintendo didn't want to put the work into getting the license for any of this other shit out there.
I think that they should at least try something like that. At least like indie games where people can make their own games, put them out there,
like a Raspberry Pi for games or something.
Yeah.
Well, there are people that
really pay for it.
There are developers who still make games for these old systems. I can't remember the name of the game, but there's been a game that's recently come out. You can get it on Steam, but also they've come out with a physical NES cart version that you can play. You can play in your original Nintendo.
It's like how some bands will still release their album on vinyl. Interesting.
Yeah.
But that's a very niche market.
Yeah, I was gonna say, in the long run, this is a niche market, so Nintendo probably shouldn't focus too much on it, but
they probably don't want to cannibalize their own business either. Like we mentioned that before with the NES Classic, is they're releasing games for this little system that they also sell on their virtual console, for $2 a pop. So.
Yeah, and I will lastly just say, please make enough. Please.
Make enough to where I can get one for my mom so I can give it to her for Christmas and she can play Donkey Kong Country again, because she freaking loved that game. She went out of her freaking mind when she rented Donkey Kong Country to the point where she kept the cartridge until the video store closed.
Wow.
So that she wouldn't have to pay late fees.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
my mom, we tried to get her to play, what was it, GoldenEye or? No, it was Top Gear Rally on 64.
Yeah.
And she flipped out like she was actually done. She's like, oh my god!
She thought it was real. Mom, the graphics,
that's not real life. I can't tell the difference.
It was just pointy and sharp like my car.
Also, I hope Nintendo keeps up with this pattern. Next year we get the 64, and the year after that the GameCube. And then hopefully after that we don't get the Wii Mini, because there's already a Wii Mini that exists. Probably, I guess, they're kind of done after. I would love to see a GameCube Mini. Anyway guys, let us know in the comment section below what you think, and remember always to like, share, subscribe, follow us on Twitter, send us your questions on Twitter. It's @2bitjesus, and this man runs the Twitter account.
That's why I'll never respond to you.
I'll respond to you.
And I run them crazy.
Anyway guys, stay safe and play on.